Hello everybody. Okie doke. So we are going to make a card today. And so we're going to be making this card, which I've called a 6x6 pop-up step card. And I can't remember who I saw. I saw something similar to this on Pinterest. I will try and put it in the description. I've kind of done my own version of it. I had to work it out. So I've done a 6x6. Now I was hoping to do a 5x7 version as well, but I didn't have time to sort that out. So this is the card. Apologies for the sort of fuzziness every now and then. This is the card like that, and it folds flat. And you've got space on the back to write. Oh, camera's struggling a little bit, but anyway. So that's it. It's kind of like a side, it's like a forward shutter card in a way. So yeah, and then this die is from In Love Art Shop. Okay, so let's go through the pieces that you need. So you are going to need a base card, one base card that's 6x8.5, and one base card that's 6x8. Now what I've done, because I'm using A4, I've actually gone for a 6x8.25. It does mean that your tab ends up only being 1/4 of an inch, but it's fine. It works because that's what I did with my sample card. So this one I used 6x8.25 for that piece. But if you've got an 8.5, 6x8.5, you can do that. So it's really up to you what you want to do. So on the 6x8.5 or 8.25, doesn't really matter what, you know, if you go for 8.5 or 8.25. 8.25 is the least it can be. 8.5 is ideal. So you're going to score at 6 inches and at 8 inches. So on this one, what we're going to do is I'm actually going to draw it on with pencil because there's 2 lines that you kind of need to put on first so that then you can do the other lines. So I'm just going to bring in a cork mat. You'll have to excuse the big thing across it. And then we just need a pencil and a ruler. We're very careful, try not to jog the camera. There we go. And then what we're going to do is along the long edge, I'm just going to make a mark. In fact, before we do that, let's go this way around. So along the short edge, I am going to mark at 2 inches and at 4 inches. So if you do this on the reverse of your card, then you don't necessarily need to rub it out. And I'm also going to mark at 2 and 4 along the bottom as well. I know you can't see these. I'm going to draw them in a minute, so hopefully you'll be able to see the reflection. And then I'm just going to draw between the 2 lines, and I'm making mine quite dark, my pencil lines, so that hopefully if I angle it, you can see. Okay. So hopefully you can see those 2 pencil lines there. So that's 2 inch and 4 inches. So then what we're going to do is we need to then bring our scoreboard in. And so because we've done those lines, we can see where to score up to and where to go from. So the first score line we need is at 1 inch. And what we're going to do is we're just literally going to score in between those lines. So I'm going to come in, I'm going to press down a little bit. And then as soon as I get to the actual, as soon as I get to the actual line, I'm going to press a bit more and do an actual score line. So that's at 1 inch. And then at 2 inches, we're going to do the same again. So I'm just going to follow it down and then just score in between the lines at 2 inches. And then at 4 inches, we're just going to score at the top down to the line. And then from the bottom up, like that. I shall angle this in a minute so you can see it. Then at 6 inches, you are going to score all the way top to bottom. And then at 7 inches, we're just going to score in between again. So I'm going to bring it down and then like that. So if I angle this now, if you can see, there we go. You can see those score lines there. There we go. So you can sort of see a little bit where I've applied a bit of pressure at the top, but don't worry too much about that because you are going to stick panels over that. Yeah, so that's your thing. So basically it looks like that. So if you want to take a screenshot now of what that looks like, that is your template. So I've tried to put down 1 inches, 2 inches, 4, 6 and 7. Okay, so that's your That's what it looks like. That's what the template looks like. We then need to bring in a cutting mat and also a Stanley knife. I should have got this out beforehand to avoid knocking my camera. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut, so down that pencil line, and I'm going to cut from the first score line down to the last score line on that pencil line. And I'm going to do the same on both above, on both pencil lines, basically. So hopefully you can see that. So I've now got a hole there. So I've gone from this first score line and I've cut all the way down to the end score line. Okay, so hopefully you can see that. So what I'm going to do is I am going to start with, let me bring my sample card in. I'm going to start with, I'm going to put it this way around. So you've got your big 4-inch section here that isn't scored. The bottom two, the 2 inches are scored, but this top 4-inch section isn't. So on that top bit in the middle, we're going to go with a valley and then a mountain, like that. A valley and then a mountain. And then this scoreline here needs to be a valley. This needs to be a mountain. And then this is a valley and that's a mountain. So you're basically along the middle section, you're going valley, mountain, valley, mountain. And along this section here, you're going valley, mountain. Okay, so you should end up with that. Apologise for the refocusing of the camera. It's just trying to, I think it's dark card, possibly. The light's not wonderful, but yeah. And then when you've done all that, actually, we need to fold this the other way around. I've just suddenly thought, because I've done my pen, this is going to be the back. So actually, let's turn this around. Sorry, bear with. So I actually need to do it the way around. Yeah, this way. So make sure you do those folds on your right side. So if you've got pencil lines, turn it over and then do it. So there we go, like that. Okay, and then when you've done all that, just give it a good old burnish. So you should end up, hopefully, with that. That should be your, so that's like your front piece. Now, one thing I found was it does actually stand up okay, but sometimes it falls forward a bit when you've actually stuck it down. So this one here, as you can see, if you get it up, it sort of, as long as you stand it up right, it does stand up okay. So that stood up okay. But if you have a problem with that, you can always put a top folding card on the back. And then, what's the camera doing? Why is it going all like that? There we go. Apologies for the focus. The autofocus is on. So I might have to try and play around with switching the autofocus off next time. I thought that might be the best option, but clearly it's having problems. So yeah, so that's what I would say. So what we're going to do now is bring the other card back in, which is this one. And we need to do a valley and a valley, basically. I'm going to do a mountain just because I'm doing it this way around. Okay, so that's like that. It's like a little L shape with a little ledge. On that little ledge, you want to put some red tape. You can use wet glue if you want, but I'm going to use red tape. Okay, so there's your red tape there. And then what we want to do is with that tab, so the tape's going to be facing downwards. This is the side you're going to be sticking onto. On the back of here, you want to put glue or tape all the way across there and down there. I'm going to use wet glue because it gives me a bit more time to get it on. And then turn this over, and this is going to stick at the top. So this is you've got your ledgy piece at the bottom. This is going to stick at the top of your back piece. Now, you want to make sure it's nicely lined up. This is why using wet glue is quite good, because you can kind of get it so it kind of lines up all right. So that's what you end up with. So you've got that at the moment. So that's what you end up with. So now what we're going to do is, I think we're going to go ahead and decorate first. I think we'll decorate first and then we'll stick this ledgy piece, this little tab on. So you will need, for the back, let's do the back bit first, because I didn't do the back for my original and then regretted it. So you need a matte piece that's 5 3/4 by 5 3/4 and a white piece that's 5.5 by 5.5. So that is going to go at the back here, and obviously on the main square, not dipping down. And if you want to stick a greeting on there or stamp a greeting, do it now before you stick it down. Okay, so that's that stuck on there, and you've obviously got that section at the bottom there. And then on this side here, in total, you're going to need 3 pieces of mat that are 1 3/4 by 3 3/4, and 3 pieces of pattern that are 1.5 by 3.5. And they're going to go there like that, just flattening everything out so you can see it a bit better. So I'm going to go ahead and stick those down first. Right, so then square-wise, you're going to need 4 squares that are, the mats are 1 3/4 by 1 3/4, the patterns are 1.5 by 1.5, and they're going to go here on the front there and also on the top there. So you just need 4 in total. So I'm going to stick those down. Okay, so that is that one done. So then you need, now I've only done 4, sorry, 2. If you want 4, you can have 4, but I've only done 2. And these, you need mat pieces that are 3/4 by 1 3/4, and pattern pieces that are 1/2 by 1.5. And I'm going to put that one there, and then, oh no, I've done 3. Sorry, that one there, and that one there. If you want to do one here, you can. I haven't done one there. I've literally just done 3 of them. So yeah. Right, okay, so that's all decorated up like that. So now we just need to stick this whole thing together. So on this little ledge piece here, so turn it sideways, it's this piece here. Oh, camera's having a bit of focusing. On that little ledge, I'm just going to take the backing off. And I'm going to take the whole thing off, which could be a bad idea, but when I did it before, it was fine. Turn that over, and I'm going to put this one up out of the way. And then this comes over and it fits in between. I don't know if you can see. So it fits in between this piece here. I'm going to turn it sideways. This piece here and this piece here. So you want to bring this over to here like that, and then fold the whole thing down flat. So I'm going to do it like this. So you want to bring it all down flat like that. And as soon as you've got it flat, you can then stick that bit down. And then that just connects and gives you the step that you want there. So the little tab is just there. Okay, so that's like the side view of it. So that is that. Now, as I said, I did want to put some of those cut out flowers on it. And then bring this back in again, and this is going to go on here like that. Now, can either do it in the middle like that, or I could have it on the, oh, I quite like it on the front. I think it's nicer on the front than on the inside. I quite like it here, and then I can have some of the die cut flowers behind. It's a little, it's not completely straight, but to be honest, it's that kind of a greeting where it doesn't really matter. So there we go. And then I will add, it doesn't actually look like it needs a lot else, to be fair, but I think I might add a couple of flowers, just maybe one at the back or something. I'm not sure, we'll see, but actually I quite like it as it is, if I'm honest. So there you go. So there is your card, and obviously you got space on the back to write. I didn't put my greeting on the back because I wasn't sure what I wanted to have for it. Right, so I am gonna say fairly well, everybody. See you all next time. Bye, everyone.